Yeah, now you can tell me where we reached last time, the last time we met, so as we can be able to continue from there. Yeah, tulifika wapi? Susan, tell us. I know you are there till the last minute. For you who are new, you consult your colleagues. I don't know how you are going to consult them to assist you with the notes. Yeah. Yeah, I know now it is clear. Yeah, I know now it is clear and you can hear me from wherever you are. Now the sound is working. Yes. Yeah, all of us, we are in agreement that we are talking about delegation today. That is disadvantages of delegation. Disadvantages of delegation. Or limitations or problems of delegation. Problems of delegation. Problems of delegation. That's where we are starting. That is what we call disadvantages of delegation or problems of delegation. Remember, we said delegation is disposal. If you are there as time, you know that disposal is giving down what we call the roles that you are supposed to do as a manager. And let us write under that. Number one, a manager may refuse to delegate. A manager may refuse to delegate. A manager may refuse to delegate because he may think that he is the only one. May think that he is the only one. May think that he is the only one who can do better than the employees. Who can do better than employees. Number two, a manager may fear to delegate. A manager may fear to delegate. If there are no effective controls to manage the work. Effective controls to manage the work. To manage the work. Let's continue. Number two is a manager may develop a tendency of bypassing the authority. A manager may develop the tendency of bypassing the authority. Bypassing the authority. Hence, leading to poor relationship. Poor relationship in the organization. Number three, delegation leads to delayed decisions. Delegation leads to delayed decisions. Delayed decisions. Delegation leads to delayed decisions. Delayed decisions. Number 4, majority of individuals may fear to delegate. May fear to delegate because they may lose power. They may lose power or authority. 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 Number 5, lack of suitable or qualified individuals to delegate to. Lack of suitable or qualified individuals to delegate to. Lack of suitable or qualified individuals to delegate to. Yeah, there are jobs everywhere, but we don't have the suitable guys to give the job. Yeah, for instance, you hear some bosses saying that I'm looking for someone who is honest, and the honesty is not taught in class, is it? So you realize that jobs are there, but you are lacking what you call individuals who can do that job. Let's now go to a subheading. Those are 6 points. Let's go to a subheading. Why managers fear to delegate? Why managers fear to delegate? Number 1, they think that they are the only one who can do better. They think that they are the only one who can do better. They think that they are the only one who can do better. Number 2, they fear that the reliable employees can do better than them and create their exit. The reliable employees can do better than them and create their exit. Number 3, since they are responsible for the act of employees, they fear that they may lose control. Of employees, hence leading to disciplinary or loss of reputation. Number 4, some managers don't have the required supervisory skills. Hence cannot delegate. Yeah, I don't know whether you are aware that even marriage is delegation, is it? Marriage is delegation. A husband delegates some power and activities to the wife. Those who are not good in management skills cannot marry because they can't go to supervise their wife. They always beat, natukana. It's the same as managers. Some managers are abusive, harassing their whatever employees. Therefore, they can't work with an employee. So it's better they do it themselves. And that's the problem that we have. Number 5. Managers may fear being known as lazy. Is it? Managers may fear being known as lazy. Number 6, managers' reputation and dissatisfaction resulting from controlling a large part of job. I've said reputation and satisfaction, reputation and satisfaction resulting from controlling a large part of job. May lead to fear to delegate. Your managers don't want to be controlling a small part of the job. That's why they want everything to themselves. Let's now go to why employees fear. Why employees fear delegation or taking up the job. Why employees fear delegation or taking up the job or accepting the job. Number 1, lack of knowledge to perform the job. Number 1 is lack of knowledge to perform the job. Lack of knowledge to perform the job. Put the columns. Employees who are not well trained may not accept delegated job. Employees who are not well trained may not accept the delegated job. Number 2. If they feel that there is not enough control of the work they are doing, if they feel that there is not enough control of the work they are doing, put the columns. I want you to explain that point. Some managers retain much of control of the job. Some managers retain much control of the job. Leaving employees with no power of control. Leaving employees with no power of control. First of all, I think you talk about the yes men. Yes man, yes men. Who are called yes man? Someone who is a yes man is a person who is always referring to the boss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even when you abuse him. Yes, sir. Or you go to a secretary who is not mandated to make any decision. Yeah, if you go to correct a check from a company and there's a secretary now, we told the secretary that have come for a check. And the secretary happened to call the boss and say that there's someone who is here to correct a check. Then the boss, in response, says that, tell the person to come on Friday. Then you feel that on Friday you cannot wait until Friday. Then you tell the secretary, why don't I come on Wednesday? Secretary will call the boss again. He seemed to come on Wednesday. Then the boss tells the secretary, ask the person to come on Thursday. The secretary comes back again to you and asks, the boss is saying that you come on Thursday. Then tell the secretary, I won't be there on Thursday. Why then can't I come tomorrow, Tuesday? So the conversation is so wrong. Reasons are the secretary don't have authority to make what? Decisions. There are secretaries who are very firm and they are given mandate by their bosses to make decisions. If he says it is Friday, it is Friday. Even if you happen to bypass the secretary and go to the boss will ask you a very simple question. Are you cleared by the secretary? She said they come on Friday. The boss tells that secretary has given you the date you're supposed to credit. So secretary is the only one who can solve that problem. So can you come and fight? In that case, you realize that these two bosses, one is retaining much of power, is it? The other one is giving much of power to secretary. So if you realize that the job doesn't have power to control, then there's no need for you to take the job. As an employee, you will fear because you will become a yes person or a person who is always controlled by the boss with no money to control your job. Number 3, employees may decline the offer. Employees may decline the offer because of fear that this job will come with a lot of control. Because of the fear that this job will come with increased control. Use that word. Will come with increased control. Yeah, especially when you are told now you'll be working in my office, in the boss's office. You are no longer going to be in your enclosure. You'll be somewhere next to the boss. So the boss is seeing everything that you do. That job, most of the employees don't want to take, is it? Or you are now going to be working from a headquarters, not from branches. That's a problem, is it? The other one is number 4. If the job does not come with increased incentives, if the job doesn't come with increased incentives, Number 5, if the job requires more effort, time, and more involvement, if the job requires more effort, time, and more involving, time, and more involving. Number 6, if there are not enough tools, to perform the job, In fact, not only enough, if they are also not in a good condition. You can't accept a vehicle which is actually switching on and off often in a journey, and you're not giving that vehicle to do the job as a driver. You tell the boss, no, unless this vehicle is repaired or I'm given a new vehicle, I will not take the job. Yeah, I'm through with that. Now let's go to another handing in the capital unit. Staffing function. Staffing function. Or human resource management. Human resource management. Remember we talked about proceeding what they call PSP, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. We have done first, second, we are in third. Together. This will be a full topic on its own. This will be a topic on its own. So when we are done with this, I'll go to other areas and I finish the 2. Let's now go staffing function or human resource management. And I want to define under that. That's right. Staffing function refers to a process of identifying the needs of labor identifying the needs of labor, attracting prospective employees, through advertisement, recruiting or inviting them, for interview, selecting them through interviews, and deploying them in the right jobs, So the paragraph. It is a function that it deals with. Allocation and utilization of labor resource, in the organization, Are you together? Yeah, let us write under that a subheading: staffing process. Yeah, in other words, staffing process is what you are supposed to run, and that's what I'm supposed to teach you for this topic to be, or for this is a top topic actually. It's a part of the topic to be completed. Let us write. It consists of the following steps. Number 1, establish manpower requirement. Number 2, recruitment selection or recruitment process. Number 3, selection process. Number 4, placement process. Number 5, orientation. Number 6, training and development process. Yeah, remember orientation is a process. Yeah, orientation is a process. Upper June. Number 5. Number 6, training and development process. Number 7, performance appraisal process. Number 8, promotion and career, promotion and career, and promotion and career planning, and development process. Promotion, career planning, and development process. Step 9 is compensation management process. And step 10 is review of the staffing process. Review of the staffing process. Remember, when you talk about human resource, this is a person who is managing your stay in the company. And is actually the person supposed to be mostly friendly to you. So what happens if I use this as a schematic chart or to show you how this resource is managed, can use this part and call it effort or motivation. Effort, motivation goes together, or performance. Performance. So when you are entering here during recruitment, your performance is almost zero, is it? Then you are selected. It is still zero, is it? Then you are, orientation, you go to what? Oriented. Orientation now, you start working. So now you go like this. Out orientation, you go to what? Training. Training of our staff is on the job. On the job. The training go to performance. Yeah, when your performance appraisal, now you are doing good. And what you are looking for is promotion and what? Transfer and what was it? So of the performance you go to what? You ought to pay it. To end up on of the performance, promotion and what? Promotion. Tunaenda sasa, umeenda uko if during promotion, now you are running a good show because everyone know you, everybody is actually talking about you, is it? Yes. Now, after promotion, you go to what? You start what? Compensation. Now you're earning good. Okay, I want to tell you that when you are doing all these, welfare management is also taking place. Welfare management. From the first day to the last day, there is welfare. We call it what we call welfare management. Because the first day when you are given a cup of tea or water, that is a part of welfare, is it? Then after that you go to what? Review of what? Yeah, review of staffing process. Now, this journey, after this review, now we come to what we call other human resource activities start. We prepare you for retirement. Prepare for what? Retirement. This is what we call the final dues and deducted compulsory dues and whatever to ensure that you retire honorably. Is it? You see, when you retire without a good plan, you cannot even go for 10 years before you die. I know you know what I know because I'm a Kenyan, you're a Kenyan. Is it? Even family members, when they go and retire, they wait for God. God comes very fast. Is it? I can't, by the way. Me shaona my even family members. When I retire, tumesema mimi naenda kuongoja Mungu nyumbani. Few years amegojeka. Hata some hour ameenda mpelekeni. Sasa unauliza why so fast? It's because the moment you leave your working place and you don't have what you call stipend or payments which are actually constant on monthly basis as retirement benefit, you actually suffer from so many diseases apart from the physical one, is it? Even mental, is it? And you know when the mental is actually affected, the body goes very fast, is it? Yes, that's why you find that today all the systems in the world they are talking about take care of the employees who is leaving so as he may not come here and die, but he continue to be relevant in the society, is it? Here when he is earning what? Some salary or a stipend per month, is it? So what the work of a HR is to make sure that you are staying in the company is good. And after that, 2 years down the line, you must take care by the company. Otherwise, if something happens before 2 years are over since your retirement, the company is held accountable for anything that is believed to have caused by your working place. Right? In fact, they pay. You can sue them and they pay for you. Those are things that are supposed to be done by human resource manager. Remember, he is one who can give you a job and fire you, isn't it? But to his part, just say yes or no. Someone who is very close to you and you work closely with HR is your supervisor. Is your supervisor. Supervisor ni mbaya kuliko HR. Yeah, HR just say I was informed, and I'm in agreement with the informers that your stay here is no longer required. Akwambia otherwise, we have no personal grudges with you. In the case of anything that you may require in the future, or you may become of help, don't hesitate to call us and kutumia kadi yake tena, isn't it? Kadi yake atakupatia tena uende ukijua sio mbaya, isn't it? But you see now, he is the one who has created your exit. Let's go now to, I want to define these things or these functions. Start with the first one, sub-heading, manpower requirements. Manpower requirement process. This is the first step that involves. This is the first step that involves. This is the first step that involves forecasting of the future. Forecasting of the future. Human resource requirement. Human resource requirement. And compare with the current labor force. And comparing with the current labor force to identify the gap. To identify the gap. To identify the gap. So when you hear the gap, now HR is interested in the gap. Say what? With the gap. So the gap can be created by many things. Which are these things that create gaps? One is gap of knowledge, is it? The other one is what we call gap of the numbers, is it? Number of employees in a company can create a gap, is it? Lack of knowledge required can be also a gap, is it? So that gap now creates the human resource job. The human resource job, because he is now required to go ahead and go to the next step. The next, set aside that. Gaps in the labor force may be identified in the following forms. Gaps in the labor force may be identified in the following forms. Number one, knowledge gap. Number two, the number of staff gap. The number of staff gap. Number three, attitude or the characteristics of labor may be low. Number four, organizational culture. The other one can be output by employee, can be low. Output by employee can be low. Can be low. Yeah. Apart from that one, another gap can also be, if not the current, can be future. Why? Some guys who have tendered their designation and the days have not come, create a gap. If you have 500 employees already have given their what designation in that days, is it? That's a gap that you can't future. Is it? That would be a number. Is it? Then, if you have technology which is what changing in the future or currently, it's creating what a gap. For instance, now I'm teaching most large number of students are online. They are not physical, is it? And therefore, this can create a problem, is it? Now let's go to, now I'm doing that, now go to number 2. The other subheading is what we call recruitment process. Recruitment process. Recruitment process. That's right. This process is concerned with inviting the prospective employees or applicant through advertisement. The above gaps are used. The above gaps are used to identify the number and nature of prospective employee. The number and nature of prospective employee. Number 3. Now we go to the subheading. Selection process. Selection process. I want to define these terms close. I will do them in details later on that. This refers to a screening process. Screening process of prospective staffs or applicants. And the end result is to select the most suitable. And the end result is to select the most suitable. To select the most suitable. The most suitable candidate. Yeah, let's now go to another subheading. The 4th one was what? Placement process. English. Is it? Your placement? Yes, right placement. Other side. This refers to a process of offering a job. A process of offering a job, which is also referred to as delegation process. Delegation process. How do you offer a job? How means you give me the steps, is it? How do you offer a job? You invite an employee the day of the offer, is it? You give, in fact, not the day of offer, it's supposed to be 7 days, gap. On Monday, the week of the offer, you give that person a brief discussion, informing the person that you qualified and you are the one selected by the board or panel, and give him an offer letter. Then you ask him whether it is possible for him to sign that day or he requires 7 days to go and read the letter. Some companies will give the letter today and allow the employee to start working today. But the time of working, that is, the first day is working, and the time of signing the letter, the employment will take effect from the time and date you sign the letter, is it? So you can work for free. There are some people have not known that. You work for free for the first 1 week because you are told return this letter in 7 days. And if you don't return in 7 days, it will be realized that, to be assumed that you have not accepted the offer, is it? So if you start working on Monday and return the letter on Friday, it means that if you put the date of Friday, the accountant will be actually in order to pay you for a fraction of that month. Are you aware of that? If you return the same day, it will be okay. Others will give you a letter and tell you, go and sign and come back with it when you want to start the work. So long it is written what? Days, is it? Correct. Now in that case, when you go in the letter, then you come with it, you sign and you start working. That day you have started, it will be actually you are starting day. That's the way it is. That's what we call placement. But that doesn't mean that the end, that's the end of placement. It will be followed by other steps, like what you call creating obligation. Creating obligation is that verbally. Now this one, are you okay with that, job? In some other jobs, like what you call the state jobs, you swear. You swear. Swear is an obligation. Imekubali, mabaya mazuri. Then you say you accountability unawekwa kwa karatasi, is it? So in the interviews, you don't have swearing. Or in what you call the other employees, apart from the state jobs, other employees don't have swearing. What we have is to ask you verbally, are you going to take the job? Yes. Do you think it is okay for you and you are going to deliver what is required? Yes. That's creation of what? Obligation. Then after that, we tell you, sign the letter. That's what we call accountability. So when you go to my delegation, realize that there are 3 steps. Some of them do not require you to sign, but you need to accept verbally, is it? That process is actually called placement. Then number 5. Number 5 was orientation. Orientation. That's right. This refers to a process where an employee is introduced in the organization, or familiarization introducing the organization, or familiarization process. Actually, it is the hardest job. It's the longest day in employment is the first day, is it? The longest day in employment is the first day. I remember myself when I started working, it was the longest day for me. When I started teaching, I was young. I found some guys eating samosas during tea break and taking tea. And I missed twice, 2 days, because I was not, they are paying for it, is it? There are samosas, pancake, everything used to come to the staff room, is it? But there was no one telling me, my friend, these are for lecturers, and you are now a lecturer, so start taking, is it? So I missed the first one, second one. One gentleman told me, yes, sir, it seems that you are fearing these things. It's one that you're not informed. This is for free and for lecturers. I said, oh my God. I could have. Then when it came to finances, I never knew that the lecturer was actually privileged to take 3 times of your salary for free, is it? Then you will pay in 1 year or 1.5 years. As a part of the loan. It wasn't a loan because you never used to pay 8 times. It used to be free. So actually, I told them more the whole month. Kujikaza kabisa with only fair enough. At it means to naona baya, is it? And the guys here I enjoy, they are driving vehicles, they are doing so many things. And I told I used to be, it's like in a place, when you're in a place that you don't understand the game, you become a captive, is it? In the second cell. Someone told me, accountant told me one day, Mr. I don't see your name for those guys who are looking for big money. Why not? Then as accountant, what do you mean? He told me you can take your salary, buy a vehicle, you pay money. It has around 400K. Or is it 400? 600K. And they say, oh my God, niandikie. You see now what happens is, the first day without orientation, you are stressed. Some even don't know where the warships are, is it? Where warships are, is it? You are picking the call as if you are picking an international call. I remember one day I picked a call as if I'm picking from international call. And the XYZ company can help you. Then a gentleman now from in the next office. However, I'm the one calling from the next extension. I feel so bad, is it? Nikiambiwa extension coming from the other end will record the department number. Is it? Coming from outside will record a big number. That one was not told. In fact, I ran through hardship and I realized it is very, very good to give what? Orientation. Take the person now to know and you tell the person, if you have a problem of HR, room 5. If you have a problem of finance, room 2. Even if it is actually secretary from to the CEO, corner office. And these are linked. If everything is not working, then there's publication of salary. Call me. Publication of Senakwambia. Call me. I'll give you all the information. I can talk to the CEO if he's not willing to talk to you. I can talk to finance if he's not willing to talk to you. Those are things that call orientation. After that, you go to the next. The next one is what? Training and development. Is that right? Training is offered to employees. Training is offered to employees who require new knowledge. Who requires new knowledge. Who require new knowledge. While development involves employees who requires enhancement. Employees who require enhancement of skills or ability. We'll discuss more about that. Training is on the job, and new knowledge. It can also be in class, like what you're doing today. Yeah, development is in workshop. I think that in workshops, and it involves what we call practical aspects of work. Let's now go to number 7. So 7. 7 is what? Performance appraisal. In most cases, appraisals are carried out. Quarterly in a year. And reported to the board of directors. Are you aware of that? Here you do it after 40 days. 40 days, 1.5 months. How 1.5 months? 1.5 months. Yeah, lecturers are evaluated, is it? We stop that, right? This is a process of assessing the performance of an employee and comparing the results. Assessing the performance of employees and comparing the results with the standards set. Let's go now to number 7 or 8. 8 is what? Remuneration, is it? Or promotion, Promotion. Have you think of remuneration? Do you think of that? Promotion. Yeah, let's now go to promotion. Or remember, when you do appraisal is very funny because appraisal will give you the reason to do what? To recruit, in fact, to recruit, that's the first. To promote, is it? To fire, to transfer. What else? To remunerate, is it? Remunerate. So all these are reasons coming from where? Appraisal. So let's continue now. You are in number? Promotion. In both cases, you say promotion transfers. Promotion and transfers. Promotion transfers. After appraisals, employees are promoted. Employees are promoted, comma, transferred, or fired. Yeah, kila mtu anaogopa evaluation, is it? Those guys are harass. Usually they harass employees. They usually harass us. If someone comes and sit there where students are with a suit and writing some details, yeah, I even can't teach you that thing, is it? Is it? And then it will be worse if he tells you that Tonana, is it? In government, some guys are forced to part of their money to buy their stay in the company, is it? Or their promotion. Are you aware of that? Teachers sometimes end up even tucking their jacket without knowing because of fear, is it? I remember one teacher actually tucked his jacket. Sasa alitaki mpaka koti na shirt pamoja, is it? Because aliogopa, is it? Those things are there, but it is actually one of the area of teacher. The other is number 9. Is number 9 or 8? 9. It is what? Compensation. Employees' effort is rewarded. Employees' effort is rewarded. You're talking about compensation now. Employees' effort is rewarded on the basis of a number of areas such as effort, academic qualification, nature of job, the environment of work, the rank, and experience. Yeah, there are many others, but I've used those because are most common in Kenya. Yeah, we also know that in Kenya sometimes you are rewarded according to the company, is it? The company itself. Some companies pay well than others. So you can hear somebody working as an accountant in a firm and he's earning 200K. Another person called an accountant like him is earning 50. Then you wonder what is happening here. Doing the same job at the same time, is it? In a country called Kenya, is it? And the quotas are in the same place, Nairobi, is it? The reason may be one of the biggest reason is what you call ability of a company to pay, is it? Ability of the company to pay. Yeah. When all things are held constant, one can be ability of the company to pay. Let's now go to the one. Remember the answer is what? Is it? Review. We are in review now. Review of human resource. Review of human resource function or a process. Is that right? At this point, the human resource function is assessed by the board of directors. The human resource function is assessed by the board of directors, which may lead to change of human resource manager. Change of human resource manager or firing, introduction of new human resource policies, introduction of new human resource policies, introduction of new human resource policies, and sometimes merging human resource department with another department. Merging human resource department with another department. Yeah, you can imagine with what you call admin. Sometimes, tukiona Identity Shango, it is not paying the company, it's not activating the company, or we have reduced human resource human resource activities in the company, then definitely we merge it with administration, is it? Or you find 3 departments merged together: admin, finance, and human resource. Admin, finance, and human. I'm going to more. In small companies, you have no choice because you are in business. Your leadership and management is under commerce. It's under what? Commerce. I'm teaching you business. It's not a non-profit making organization. It's what? Business. So sometimes you're forced to manage. Just now go to assembly handy. Factors affecting staffing function. Factors affecting staffing function. Factors affecting staffing function. Number 1 is economic conditions in the country. Economic conditions in the country. Economic conditions in the country. Number two is labor market. Labor market. Labor market. Yeah, if it is competitive or non-competitive, is it? Number three is labor rules of country of Kenya. Labor rules of Kenya. Labor rules of Kenya. Yeah, labor rules of Kenya. Unajua Kenya labor rules na kwamba very dynamic. With that tool, who is actually forcing these laws to change every time, because majority of workers are those who are under union, isn't it? Number 4 is the trade union powers in the country. Trade union powers in the country. Trade union powers in the country. Number 5 is education level in the country. Education level in the country. Education level in the country. The other one is what we call ILO, that is International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization. And then number 7 is what we call biological factors. Biological factors. Biological factors such as COVID-19. Such as COVID-19. Yeah, for instance, I can I've had a number of individuals in the public domain talking about the conditions are not so much interesting in Kenya because some companies are not paying well, others are not employing the way we expected, is it? And therefore, generally, they are saying there are some factors like economic situation of the country are affecting us. Ronia or China. Is it correct? Ronia? Yeah. How can people say that after all, the government is not, and it's not affecting me? It will affect you after all, is it? Because what happens is we are in a system. And this system, if you touch one area, it will come back to you directly, is it? Yes, even employers always are saying Ronia or China. So we are not paying well because of Ronia or China. So the animal reason for not paying well, is it? So what is happening? In fact, yesterday I was not happy to know that 7.9% of every 100 you get as an employee is going to China. Well, in China, you have 47%. That is 49 shillings. If I want to go that point, that kind of a measure, 49 shillings and 90 cents. Is it? Every month, if you get that, it goes what? Chinese debt. Is it? Because you are the one paying the government to pay China, isn't it? So it is your money which is going to China, isn't it? So every money that you pay to the government in form of tax, 47 out of the 100 bob you pay to them, they pay what? Chinese. So what we are expecting is depletion of some resources, like what you call pavement, barabara, roads, all those kind of things, because we don't have enough money to continue creating new and maintaining what is existing. Okay, this one is actually one of the problems that we may face also. We are affected by also international forces. So you can go to number what? Number 9. Number 9 was 8. Number 8, right? Number 6, 8, right? International forces. International forces such as Chinese debt. Pick up Chinese debt. You need to connect Kenya. We are Kenya, do it. Chinese debt, do it. Yeah, let's now go to this is the paragraph. And that's the paragraph. That's right. There are general factors. There are general factors that may affect. There are general factors that may affect human resource management in the organization. Human resource management in the organization. And this may include, number one, organizational goals. Number one, organizational goals. Organizational goals. Number two, technology used in the organization. Technology used in the organization. Technology used in the organization. Number three is demand and supply. Demand and supply of labor. Demand and supply of labor. Number four is rewarding system of the company. Rewarding system of the company. Rewarding system of the company. The other one is number 5 is what we call the ability of the company to pay. The ability of the company to pay. And number 6 is the willingness of the company to share. The willingness of the company to share benefit with employees. The willingness of the company to share benefit with employees. Yeah, there are some companies which are more than willing to share. Whenever they make profits, they share with staff. Now that one may also affect. They also affect the HR. Yeah, let's now go to another another subheading we call components of staffing function. Components of staffing function. Component of staffing function. Then you write under that component of staffing function. Then you write under that. This refers to main element or main part of human resource management. Main element of main part of human resource management. And may include the following. I'll just mention because we have already done part of this. Number one is selection and recruitment. Selection and recruitment. Selection and recruitment. Number two, training and development. Training and development. Training and development. Training and development. Number three is performance measurement and productivity. Performance measurement and productivity. Number four is rewards or compensation. Rewards or compensation of staff. Number five is benefit and welfare function. Benefit and welfare function. Number six is career management. Career management. Career management. Number seven is human resource administration. Human resource administration. Then number eight is employees labor practices. Employees labor practices or good relationship with staff. Good relationship with staff. Number nine, we have health and safety. Health and safety. We have health and safety. Number nine is health and safety. Number 10 is human resource research. Human resource research. Human resource research. So about human resource research, you're talking about what we call human resource area of collecting data. Is it how many people are absent? How many absent because of sickness? How many absent because of their attitude? How many absent because they are angry with us? Is it? Then you can be able to make a conclusion by the end of the year. Who is to be fired? Who is to be hired? And which areas to correct? Not always firing, in fact, firing should be the last resort or the last decision to make. It's very costly to fire an employee because the time you have been having the employee has been learning and he is now actually aware of what you're supposed to do. And he is now like what you call like a model. Yeah, so when you hire an employee, you lose a lot. You lose a lot. You can only hire if there are no other course of action that you can rectify that employee. Let's now go to importance subheading. Importance of human resource management. Importance of human resource management. Importance of human resource management. Yeah, why should we have a human resource management function? Remember, I'm not saying that you'll be having a human resource manager. No, having a human resource function is different from having a human resource manager because this function can be shared. Some of them to be given to account, is it? Come a payroll, you pay accountant, is it? Yeah. Some of them to be shared to what? To admin, is it? Like hiring and firing, administration, is it? Some of the welfare can be shared to other manager, is it? So you can also actually have a human resource function, but its responsibilities are shared among the managers in the company. But if you are able to pay, hire one. Yeah, have one in the company. And then do what we call specialization. All the activities of human resource management be given to that person in that office. So what are the importance of having that function in the company? For one, it reduces expenses. It reduces expenses of labor through increased productivity during a normal working days. During a normal working days. Number two, it helps the organization to create programs and procedures that can reduce money paid. That they can reduce money paid for time not worked. That they can reduce money paid for time not worked. Number three, it can eliminate time wastage. It can eliminate time wastage in the organization through motivation. Through motivation and effective planning. Number four, it ensures that health and safety function is performed effectively. Hence, increased reputation. Increased reputation. Number five, increased job satisfaction among employees. Increased job satisfaction among employees through effective motivation. Number five, reduced employee turnover. Reduced employee turnover, which helps to increase good reputation in the market. Number six, training and development helps employees to become more employable. Training and development help employees to become more employable. Number seven, costly materials wastage. Costly materials wastage is reduced. Costly materials wastage is reduced through change of attitude. Through change of attitude, sociological and psychological sociological and psychological issues handling. Yeah, okay, for instance, There are some people who are accident prone. I don't know what they are. Accident prone individuals. Accident prone individuals. Whatever they hold, it breaks. If you tell them, take this monitor or laptop to the next room, Maisha. Yeah. Handle this equipment, Maisha. How can you help with an employee? It's not good to fire the person. The best thing is to deal with what you call attitude and psychology of the person. Sociology also. And the person may change. Or transfer the person to where the materials are not constant. Materials are not? Like handling the desks. Desk ikianguka. When the desk goes and I took again, but don't take him to a place where laptops and computers are handled. Because the material which are costly. Let's now go to number 9. Is number 9 or 10? Number 9. It helps the organization. It helps the organization to handle complaints. Handle complaints and grievances in time. Complaints and grievances in time. Hence, creating a good relationship. Creating a good relationship. Between management and employees. Yeah, let me now go to a subheading, roles. On roles and the responsibilities of staffing function or human resource management. Roles and responsibilities of staffing function or human resource management. Number one, organizing role. Organizing role. Organizing role. With columns. This is formulating organizational structure. This is formulating organizational structure. Organizational structure. Number 2, resourcing role. Resourcing role. Resourcing role. With columns. This is ensuring that readable resource is sufficient and of quality. Ensuring that readable resource is sufficient and of high quality. Sufficient and of high quality. Number 4, team building and team playing role. Team building and team playing role. This is ensuring that employees are working as strong teams. Employees are working as strong teams to consolidate their efforts. To consolidate their efforts towards a common goal. To consolidate their efforts towards a common goal. Towards a common goal. Number 5 is human resource development role. Human resource development role. That's right. This is ensuring that employees are well trained and developed. The other one is number 6 or 5. Huh? 5. Job evaluation. Job evaluation and remuneration management role. And remuneration management role. That's right. This refers to carrying out the study of performance of employees. Performance of employees. Number 6. Employment relationship management role. Employment relationship role. It involves liaison with trade union, FKE, and the government. Trade union, FKE, and the government. FKE, Federation of Kenya what? Employability. The other one is what they call number 7. 7 or 8. Number 7 is management practice role. This refers to effective management of human resource systems. Human resource systems. Human resource systems. Human resource systems. Which are the systems? There are so many. In fact, we are dealing with currently we are dealing with from the traditional human resource management. I'm not addressing those people who are there with me when we are starting it. Those who came later, you don't understand what this is. 2 is human resource information systems. To human resource systems. We are no longer managing individuals who are with us here. Is it? For instance, I'm not managing students who are with us with me in class. Is it? Majority of students are online. Is it? So what I'm managing here is not the physical book. I'm managing information like I can see Moody, I can see business information. I can see Susan, I can see Dixon, I can see Ondera, that's Dovin, Akoengi, Christine, Joyce, all those individuals are managing their information. In fact, if you ask me how they look like, I can only create an image, is it? So, in companies, you realize that because of virtual working, or working at home, or working using what we call computer systems, we are managing what? Information systems, not the people. So we are moving from traditional human resource management to managing what? Human resource information. And that is the last point. There is it. Manage the systems, manage the programs, is it? So as you'll be able to handle it well. In fact, human resources are losing more power nowadays. They used to manage people who are around. You can command this person to go and come. Currently, you can't tell someone to go and come. Why? He's at home. If he is not happy with you, ananyonga hiyo simu. Just switch off the laptop or phone, or the mobile phone, or switch off the computer, is it? And then you come back when you want to join, is it? Even students here, they disappear and come back when there was it. But when they are here, they will fear leaving the room when I'm around, is it? Let's now go to the subheading, Selection and recruitment. Now, selection and recruitment. I want to talk about this in detail now. Now, touching the areas that are featured by your examiner in the exam. Is it? Yeah, I don't need to go back again to what you call definition of the terms. Remember, we talked about recruitment is what? Is attracting, is it? Identify the need, is it? Attract, invite them or receive them, is it? Then you have let us say recruitment refers to, let us say, can be taken as simple definition. Recruitment refers to identifying the needs of labor, identifying the needs of labor, identifying the needs of labor, and defining or identifying the sources, defining or identifying the sources, comma, advertising for opportunities for jobs, advertising for opportunities, advertising the opportunities for jobs, comma, receiving applications, comma, sorting these applications, sorting these applications, and handing over the applicant to the selection team. Handing over the applicant to the selection team. Right together? In recruitment. Hakuna selection, recruitment in recruitment kando, selection kando. Then start the paragraph. Selection refers to a process of testing, examining, and interviewing job applicants. Yeah, subheading, well, you can start in our next meeting. Process of recruitment. Yeah, you have 2 minutes now to ask questions before I call it a big day or off for this class. Those online, we said you can shout through your, there's an inbox on my side. Yeah. Or you can unmute and communicate to the lecturer. Also, physical, you can also have the opportunity to do the same. Ask question, any question? Any question, any regret? Any question, any regret? If there are none,